The date is the 23rd of April, 2005, Imola, Tamburello Corner. 2 cars, one green and white, one black gold, lock wheels at 190 miles per hour for 0.4 seconds before impact. Both telemetry feeds flatline. Not a malfunction, a deletion. When the carbon shards settle, Eita is dead. His rival Masaru walks away. The stewards call it a racing incident. Masaru climbs. Eita becomes a footnote. But in a small house in Suzuka, a widow clutches a yellowed photograph. Her son, Kotaro, only 2 years old, reaches for the image of a smiling man in vintage racing gear. He does not understand death, but he sees his mother's fingers tremble. He understands enough. Someone destroyed his father, and that someone still stands tall. So the boy makes a decision. He will find that man, and he will take everything back. It will take 20 years. But a promise made in a child's hands never fades. 11 years later, Kotaro is 15. Sharp angles, quiet fury. His eyes never blink. His mother sets down an envelope. Her hands are worn, but today they do not tremble. Inside, a single microchip, dust from a 20-year-old wreck still clinging to its pins.
A mechanic saved it. He said you would know when to use it.
The telemetry chip. The one that went dead before the crash.
The same. And the command that erased it. That came from Masaru's engineer.
Kotaro reads the chip's log. The final entry is a single line. TX cut executed. 0.4 seconds before impact. A digital trigger. From the black gold garage.
I'll become a driver. I'll get close to him. Then I'll show the world exactly what he is.
Then you must be patient. Become undeniable. Make the world watch.
Kotaro is 22 now. A rising star in the junior categories. No one connects the name. No one asks about the retro green and white. He walks into Masaru's team headquarters. The contract is waiting. The pen is heavy. Masaru stands behind his desk. 58, graying, still wearing the same arrogance as that day at Imola.
He does not see me. Not yet. But he will.
Kotaro, is it? Unusual name, but you have the lap times. Welcome to the team.
Thank you, Principal. I'll make sure you remember it.
Masaru smiles, dismissing the chill. A rookie's bravado, nothing more. Later, in the garage, Kotaro pulls on the suit. The same green-white pattern his father wore. The mechanic blinks twice, but Masaru only sees the sponsor logos, not the ghost in the color.
Let him stay blind. The day will come when he cannot unsee it.
The first test session. Kotaro's car is cool, precise, never over the limit. The telemetry shows a driver who measures every input. Masaru watches from the pit wall, arms crossed. The lap times are safe, respectable, but not fast enough to threaten the lead drivers.
Consistent. That's what I need. A dependable second driver. You'll have a seat for the season.
I won't let you down, Principal.
That evening, Kotaro signs the provisional contract. Masaru claps his shoulder, already calculating the points the rookie will bring. But later, after the garages have emptied, Masaru stops. He stares at Kotaro's back as the boy walks away. For one long second, something scratches at his memory. The angle of the jaw, the stillness. Then the moment passes. He scoffs. It's nothing. Just a kid.
He felt it. Good. Let it grow under his skin. Hide the speed. Hide the fury. This season is only the first lap.
Race after race, Kotaro stays in the points. Never on the podium, always in Masaru's line of sight.
You listen, Kotaro. That's rare. You'll go far if you keep your head down.
Head down. Exactly where I need to be.
Masaru begins to treat him like a protege. Stories from the old days, advice no one else gets.
This sport is about precision. One mistake can end everything. Remember that.
Then, during a team briefing, the provisional calendar flashes on the screen. Round 7, Imola. Date, the 23rd of April.
Imola. Always a tricky circuit, but a good challenge.
The 23rd of April. 20 years to the day. The same corner is waiting. I've always wanted to race at Imola. It will be memorable. The stage is set. Now, I just need to survive until the curtain rises.
In the team debrief, Masaru holds court, trophies behind him, arrogance undimmed.
Back in my driving days, I took Tamburello, flat out. No one dared match my line.
Kotaro listens, motionless. Beneath the table, his knuckles pale.
That corner has claimed many. Your father. Well, I remember Eita. A pity how he lost it that day.
Lost it. Like an accident. Like he wasn't erased by your command.
But that was before your time. A different era. The sport was wilder then.
The air in the room feels thin. Kotaro's jaw tightens, but he forces a slow nod.
I've studied every inch. I'll be ready for Tamburello.
That's good. Learn from history. Don't repeat its mistakes.
Kotaro manages a faint smile. Inside, the fury coils tighter, waiting for its release. In the final pre-Imola tests, Kotaro's lap times creep closer to the front. He never shows his full hand, just enough to keep Masaru watching.
There's something different in your eyes lately. Kotaro, a fire, good. Ambition is the fuel of champions.
I've just been waiting for the right moment to push. Let him think it's ambition. Let him feed me trust.
2 weeks before Imola. Kotaro's phone buzzes in his apartment. The caller ID reads home.
Kotaro, the chip is ready. The mechanic passed it to me this morning.
I'll come tonight.
Later, in the small house, his mother places the chip into his palm. The same dusty envelope, the same weight.
Is everything in place?
Everything. The world will watch. He won't be able to look away.
A nondescript office in Geneva. Kotaro sits across from an FIA forensic engineer. No one else knows this meeting exists.
This chip contains the original telemetry from the 2005 Tamburello crash. The data was suppressed.
Suppressed. That would mean deliberate tampering. A direct order to cut transmission.
The engineer connects the chip. Data scrolls across the screen. Then, the final line. TXCIUT, executed.
0.4 seconds before impact. This is irrefutable. We can open a full investigation.
Not yet. Wait until race day. Imola. Let the world see it on the anniversary.
We can do that, but you must not tell anyone. If Masaru learns, he'll flee before we act.
I've waited 20 years. I can wait 2 more weeks.
The engineer seals the chip in an evidence bag. Kotaro walks out into the night, the weight now shared, but the race still his alone.
2 weeks. Then every camera in the world will be on Tamburello, and on his face when he understands.
The week before Imola, Kotaro becomes a ghost. He speaks less, eats alone, his silence is colder than before.
Pre-race nerves. Everyone gets them. You need to feed off the pressure, not let it eat you.
I am not nervous. I am just focused.
Focus is good, but don't shut everyone out. This weekend is important for the team.
Kotaro gives a thin nod. Masaru walks away, still convinced he is managing a promising rookie's anxiety. The team arrives at Imola. The paddock hums. Kotaro avoids the cameras, eyes scanning the track like a map to a grave. That night, after the team meeting, Kotaro slips out alone. He walks to the Tamburello Memorial. He kneels, touching the faded flowers. His reflection in a puddle mirrors the boy from 20 years ago.
I am here, Dad. Tomorrow, the world sees him for what he is.
He stays until the chill seeps into his gloves. When he rises, there is no more trembling, only steel. Qualifying day, Kotaro slides into the cockpit, eyes burning cold. The green-white car screams onto the track. He pushes harder than ever. Tenths of a second fall away. The telemetry glows red as he attacks every curb. When the checkered flag flies, his name flashes on the screens. P2, front row alongside the championship leader.
P2, Kotaro, that was inspired. Where did you find that pace?
It was always there. I just needed the right corner to let it out.
Well, keep that fire tomorrow. A podium here would be huge.
I don't want a podium. I want Tamburello. I want to win on that corner.
Masaru's laugh falters. A flicker of something crosses his face, the same unease from months ago.
He feels it, but he can't name it. Not yet.
He claps Kotaro's shoulder again, less certain this time. Outside, the sun sets over Imola. Race day morning. In the garage, Kotaro pulls on the full race suit. The retro green and white gleams under the fluorescent lights. Masaru approaches for the pre-race briefing. Then he stops. His eyes fix on the colors, the exact shade from 20 years ago.
That suit, why does it? Number. It's just a sponsor design. Coincidence.
Is something wrong, Principal?
Kotaro's voice is flat. His eyes challenge Masaru to remember.
Number. Nothing. Just. Be careful out there. Tamburello is unforgiving.
Kotaro walks to the grid. The car waits, glinting under the Italian sun. The formation lap begins.
Unforgiving. You have no idea how unforgiving it's about to be.
Masaru stares at the monitors, jaw tight. Something crawls at the back of his mind, but he pushes it down. The 5 red lights illuminate, then vanish. The engines scream. The race is on. Lap after lap, Kotaro stalks the leader. His car dances inches from the red line, never crossing it.
He thinks I am just holding on. He doesn't know I've been holding back all season.
Then, on lap 12, Kotaro makes his move. A late-breaking dive into Villeneuve. Clean and brutal. Then comes Tamburello. Kotaro takes the corner millimeter perfect, the exact line his father traced in old tapes.
That line. It's no. It can't be.
On the monitors, the green-white car mirrors a ghost. Masaru's mind flickers. 2005, the same suit, the same apex.
Eita, no. Eita is dead. Who? Who is this boy?
The pit crew erupts. Kotaro leads, but Masaru doesn't celebrate. He stands frozen, color draining from his face.
See it now, Masaru. This is just the first turn. The main event is after the flag.
Kotaro pulls away, lap times relentless. Masaru's hands shake on the pit wall. The world hasn't seen anything yet. 4 laps to go. The rear tires begin to grain. The gap shrinks. The radio crackles.
Kotaro, you need to push harder. Don't lose this. Don't throw it away.
I won't lose. I promised my father I'd win on this corner.
The radio line goes dead. Masaru's finger stays on the button, frozen.
Your father? Eita. No. No. That child. Kotaro.
The green-white car flashes past Tamburello once more. The photograph in Kotaro's mind replaces the checkered flag. Masaru slumps against the pit wall. 20 years of lies crack open in a single radio call.
He planned this. From the start. The suit. The name. The corner. And I fed him the seat.
Now you know. But it's too late. The checkered flag is mine. And after that, the real race begins.
The final lap. The engine screams down the straight. Masaru can only watch as his past and present collide. The checkered flag waves. Kotaro's car roars across the line. Unchallenged, he has won at Imola. The pit crew explodes in cheers, waving arms, hugging. But Masaru doesn't move. His gaze is fixed on the slowing green-white car. The crowd's roar becomes a distant hum.
One race ends. Another begins. The podium won't be for celebration. It will be for reckoning.
The car rolls into Parc Fermé. Kotaro unbelts, climbs out and removes his helmet. The photographers swarm. He doesn't smile. He doesn't wave. His eyes scan until they lock onto the pit wall, onto Masaru.
He's looking right at me. Not a victory stare. An executioner's.
A team member tries to pull Kotaro toward the P1 board. He brushes past, his path set toward the principal.
Principal, I told you I'd be ready for Tamburello. Now come to the podium. Don't miss the ceremony.
Masaru cannot refuse. The cameras are on him. The victory is his trap. The podium ceremony begins. Kotaro climbs the top step, the green and white suit pristine as a memory. He accepts the winner's trophy. Its weight is nothing beside the chip that defined his life. The Italian anthem fills the air. The crowd hums, joyful. Then a hush, as if the world senses a shift. Kotaro lowers the trophy. His free hand reaches inside his green and white suit. Every lens tracks his motion. He lifts a yellowed photograph. A young man in vintage racing gear, smiling across 2 decades.
Same corner. Same date. Different outcome.
His words slice through the microphones. Cameras zoom, the old photo and the new trophy impossibly together. For one heartbeat, absolute silence. Then the roar redoubles, confused, electric, searching for meaning. Kotaro does not smile. He stares into the lens, his father's eyes staring back from the fading print. The world doesn't understand, but one man on the pit wall does, and his nightmare has only just begun. The podium music cuts. A sharp tone replaces it. All eyes turn to the media center, where an FIA seal fills every screen. An official in a gray suit steps to the microphone. His voice, amplified across the circuit, silences 60,000.
The FIA has reopened the 2005 Tamburello incident. New evidence confirms deliberate suppression of telemetry 0.4 seconds before the fatal collision. We are formally investigating Masaru, then a driver, now team principal, for instructing his engineer to cut transmission.
The broadcast splits. Masaru's face, white and slick with sweat, appears beside the official. The cameras have found him. He stands on the pit wall, mouth open, shoulders hunched. The arrogance of 20 years evaporates in a single breath. Team members edge away. Nobody meets his eyes. The empire he built on a lie turns its back.
Number. The chip. He found the chip. 20 years undone by a boy in his father's suit.
Kotaro sees it all from the top step. The photograph still in his hand. Justice delayed, now rolling like a storm. Masaru does not run. There is nowhere to go. The cameras record every second. The world has its verdict. Security personnel in dark blazers surround the pit wall. Masaru's protest begins before they reach him.
This is absurd. I am the team principal.
A gray-suited FIA representative steps between him and the cameras, voice flat.
Masaru, you are being removed from all team principal duties effective immediately, pending full investigation.
Masaru's mouth works, but no sound comes. 2 security officers take his arms on the top podium step. Kotaro watches. The photograph still in his grip, edges crumpled.
He held the trophy. Now he holds nothing. That corner took my father. Today it gave him back.
The television broadcast continues. The FIA confirms that the 2005 Tamburello collision was deliberate. The motorsport world reels. Kotaro lifts the photograph one last time, not for the cameras, but for the sky. The promise he made as a child is sealed. Justice, slow and cold, has arrived at the finish line. Reporters swarm the podium exit, microphones jabbing. Kotaro lowers the photograph and keeps walking. He offers no comment. The only sound, the crinkle of the yellowed photograph against his chest. Through the paddock, Masaru is led past team garages. Mechanics and engineers turn their backs. His stare is blank, mouth slack, the gravity of 20 years collapsing in real time. A flash, Imola, 2005, the black gold garage. Masaru, young and cruel, leans to his engineer.
Cut the transmission. 2/10 before the corner. Make it look like a glitch.
A hesitant hand reaches for a switch, then clicks it. The telemetry flatlines.
I gave that order. I killed Eita. And his son sat in my car.
Kotaro watches from a bridge above the paddock. The photograph disappears into his suit. The final lie is dead. The truth, cold and absolute, stands in the Italian sun. Days later, the cameras are gone. Kotaro stands in the doorway of the small house in Suzuka. His mother waits by the table, the same worn surface where she once slid the envelope across. Kotaro crosses the room. In his hands, the winner's trophy from Imola.
This is for him, for Dad.
He sets the trophy in her open palms. The metal is cold, but her tears fall warm.
He would have been so proud. You kept your promise.
She pulls him into an embrace. The yellowed photograph, still tucked against his chest, presses between them. They stand together in the quiet. 20 years of grief finally given shape and then, slowly, released. No words are needed. Only the slow, shared breath of a family finally whole. Outside, the sun sets over Suzuka. Inside, a son and his mother begin to heal. The following week, Kotaro and his mother return to Imola. The circuit is silent. They walk to the Tamburello corner. The floral memorial has grown. Fresh flowers mingle with faded ones. Kotaro carries the winner's trophy. Its weight, once heavy with purpose, now feels light. He kneels and sets the trophy beside the small wooden cross. The metal catches the afternoon sun. His mother unfolds the yellowed photograph from her sleeve and leans it against the trophy. The image of the smiling young man faces the track, as if watching the corner where he fell. Kotaro presses a palm to the ground. The grass is cool, the tears hot. His mother stands beside him, her hand on his shoulder. No words pass between them. The wind stirs the petals. The trophy stands sentinel over the flowers, silent and bright. The promise is kept. The corner, once a grave, is now a shrine. Kotaro rises from his knees. His mother's hand rests on his shoulder. Still, he turns to face the track. The same tarmac his father last saw, now silent under the Italian sky.
I drove your last lap, Dad.
His voice is barely above a breath, yet it carries through the still air. His mother hears it. Her composure breaks. Tears stream silently down her weathered cheeks. The wind stirs the flowers. The photograph trembles against the trophy, then settles. Kotaro opens his eyes. A single tear carves a path down his jaw, but his expression is calm. The sun sinks lower over Imola. The track holds the golden light like a memory. Kotaro takes his mother's hand. They stand together, no longer carrying the weight alone. The photograph watches the track. The trophy guards the flowers, and the corner is finally at peace. Dusk thickens over Imola. The memorial stands in the quiet, the trophy a faint star among the flowers. The yellowed photograph catches the last light. Eita's smile unchanged across the years. The empty track stretches into twilight, silent. No engines, no roar, only a memory carried on the breeze. Petals stir atop the trophy, then settle. The world moves on. Two faces on paper, father and son. One smiling, one remembering. A promise fulfilled. In the distance, two figures walk away, small against the grandstand. They carry nothing that cannot be held in a heart. The corner, once a grave, now holds a different story. A story that began with a deliberate silence and ended with a son's unwavering voice. Justice delayed, not denied. A son's promise kept.